this is another article that I think it's very nice for me to translate into English to share with fellow practitioners who actually are Western practitioners. And I'm thinking about fellow practitioners in Seattle, Washington. When I was living in Seattle, Washington, I used to be always the one to be chosen to do translation from Chinese to English, and to be part of the team to help the Western practitioner to be able to communicate with the Chinese practitioners better and form a whole body. And I consider still this is something that I need to play the role and do even better. Although right now I'm not living in Seattle, but I think I still can translate the articles on Minghui and other good articles that I read, and then share with the Western practitioners. Okay, so this is an article that I think is very nice. So let me try. Okay, so this is the Minghui article. 我们在集体学法中升华. Okay, we elevate together in the group study, Falun Dafa group studies. The article is written by a Falun Dafa practitioner from Beijing City. It is published on December 26, 2025 on Minghui Net. Okay, let's read together. Last year in May, we formally established a fast study group. Through 1 year of group study of Falun Dafa, we have matured a lot in our cultivation practice. Below, I share with everyone those important harvest and changes during the fast study for our fellow practitioner team. At the very beginning, I was very happy to establish a fast study group in my home. However, I was still kind of worried about whether we can continue to do so, because after all, we are living in the village, and everyone actually have a lot of work to do, so also have many other things going on. But after a period of time of studying Dafa together, everybody start to recognize that the group study is really the best way for elevation for us as cultivators, and our teacher has left this form for us, and it is the best environment and method for helping cultivators to improve. Everyone shall treasure the group study environment and help to maintain the cultivation format that our master has left to us. So we continuously to get together to conquer all difficulties to participate in the group studies, regardless of windy days, rainy days, hot days, and cold days, right? We all get together to study far together, and together to protect the cultivation environment that our teacher has prepared for us. During the fast study, every one of us study very, very carefully with our heart, listen very carefully with our heart. And if there are places that were mistaken and or missed during studying, reading, we recognize that we need to point out for each other immediately and correct that. Because every word we read, even every symbol we read in the book, as a matter of fact, behind them is layers and layers of high beings like Buddha, Tao, and gods, because we are studying the Buddha law. So therefore, it is our respect to our teacher and our respect to the great law of the universe when we pay special attention and read correctly. And when we read, we shall not use our finger to press onto the words. In the process of studying Fa with our hearts, we have righteous thoughts when we encounter situations, and our mind and heart nature, xingxing, also improve rapidly. At home, when I have conflict with my husband, I no longer start to be angry and point a finger towards him, but I look at myself, and also in everything I do, I put others ahead of me, and to be a life of selfless life. At the beginning, we only read the book of Zhuan Fa Lun, Turning the Law Wheel. Now, after reading the book of Zhuan Fa Lun, Turning the Law Wheel, we also stay and we discuss and find distance and point out the aspect that we can find for each other that are not good, not correct. And then when we hear those points from fellow practitioners, we can also happily accept, and according to the requirement of our teacher, to do things, and no longer will mix up the CCP party culture into the matters. Wherever that we didn't do well, we together help each other to find out the mistakes within the teachings. Use the teachings to measure what we do and find out what we didn't do well. And we also share our experience during our cultivation practice, and how we elevate our mind, heart, nature, xingxing. And because of that, every one of us start to have different degree of improvement of our xingxing, mind, heart, nature. For example, there is a practitioner noticed that a fellow practitioner at home study Fa environment was not too optimal, and therefore we proactively help to improve that environment, and finally build up a very nice and clean and warm Fa study environment, so that the fellow practitioner, when he study Fa at home, he will no longer influence the family members, and also have more time for Fa study. When we have cultivation issues, we also point out to each other and give advice, so that we can elevate together as a whole body. About 2 days ago, a fellow practitioner didn't do well during a test of her xingxing, mind, heart, nature, during a sickness karma test, and she was forced to go to the hospital by the family members, and she felt kind of embarrassed and didn't come to participate in Fa study. So we went to visit her and help her to make improvement in following the Fa teachings, because we made a grand vow to follow the teacher, to come to the human world to help to save sentient beings, and our teacher has arranged this environment for us to have a group study environment, and therefore the purpose is for us to be able to help each other and remind each other and improve together and be diligent together so that we can fulfill our sacred vow and follow our teacher to return to our true self. And therefore, the fellow practitioner was very happy after we helped her and again joined us to do group study. This year, we also studied Master Lee's teachings, the Fa lecture for the Changchun existence, Falun Dafa existence, and also the Fa lectures 14, the Fa lectures of different locations, number 14, Fa lectures of different locations, number 15, and Master Lee says, every social status, every social environment, every social formats and expressions are all testing human hearts. And this is Master Lee's teaching in the Fa lectures of different locations, number 15, during the 2018 Washington D.C. Fa teaching. So every step we walk, every problem we encounter, they are all tests. They are all opportunities for us to position ourselves between the choice of good and evil. And this is cultivation practice. We must constantly place the teachings of Dafa, the teachings of Falun Dafa, in our heart. And remember, we are cultivators. We are divine beings. And if we do so, then we can do well. When I read the teaching Master Lee gave regarding the classical Chinese dance, I realized that Master Lee has been leading the Shenyun Performing Art group in order to deliver salvation to the sentient beings. And only when sentient beings can return to the traditional Chinese culture, then they will have the hope to be saved by Dafa. So at the same time, I recognize that now modern format of classical dance is already deviated by the modern people and even have animal possession. So I felt a little worried because in our Fa study group, there was a fellow practitioner that she doesn't really come here often, but she's now studying classical dance. So I tried to deliver a message to her through someone, and she came over and read the Master Lee's teaching about classical Chinese dance, and immediately recognized that the teacher is telling her, do not learn the modern classical Chinese dance. And so she, from then on, never went to attend the class. I'm very happy for her. This is truly manifesting the importance of group study environment that teacher has arranged for us. So under the help of veteran Falun Dafa practitioners, we organized the viewing of the movie to become divine again, and 400 million people are awakened, and the big parade in America, the grand view of the parades in America. Those are the movies made by fellow Falun Dafa practitioners, and in America, right? So when the practitioners in China, when they view these movies together, they feel that their righteous thoughts are strengthened, and their mind, heart, nature, Xinxin is elevated, and they have a much deeper understanding of the evil nature of CCP and the evil head Jiang Zemin, and recognize that they are truly the forces of anti-universe and try to destroy humanity. And the party culture, CCP party culture, has been poisoning every Chinese people. And as a cultivator of Falun Dafa, we must always be able to distinguish the evil and the good, and to at a timely manner clean it out and rectify ourselves, and so we can deliver salvation to more Chinese people. There is another very great change, that is, many of us didn't write articles before, but now we start to recognize that writing articles is also a form of validating the far, and is eliminating evil and to save sentient beings. So we start to pick up the pen, it's a divine pen, right, given by our teacher, and we started to write articles during the celebration of May 13th, Falun Dafa Day, and the Far Conference for mainland Falun Dafa practitioners every year, and also to celebrate the 25th anniversary of anti-persecution in the year of 2024. So our fellow practitioners, they all actively participate and use the heart to write down the small stories of their cultivation practice, and to send it to our teacher to share with fellow practitioners, and to validate the greatness of Dafa and our great teacher. Recently, I could not, for some reason, my internet didn't work when I tried to go on the Minghui website. And although I cannot open up the articles in the Minghui website, I felt that this has something to do with my mind, heart, nature, and I need to elevate. But I cannot find the issues that I shall eradicate. At that time, Master Li's new teaching has published, and so I started to spend the time, instead of going onto the Minghui website to read articles, I spend the time to memorize the lectures of teachers' Far teaching, and repeatedly memorize. On November 8th, when I opened up the internet, I still could not go on the Minghui website, so I was a little worried. Just then, suddenly, the screen shows up Master Li's photo, and I looked at that, and I was so moved, and I started to drop tears. I have my hands in Hersh position and said, "Thank you, teacher," and greetings, teacher, greetings, teacher. So the internet immediately opened up for me for go on the Minghui website without any interference. I realized that because Master Li can see my heart of diligence, and can see me to be worried and memorizing the teachings, and therefore encourage me. I shared this experience with fellow practitioners in the Far Study group. They were all very happy for me, and they were excited and are very encouraged. Everyone decided that from now on we will recite the teachings and follow the teacher to catch up with the Far rectification progress, and do the three things well, and do not forego the most compassionate salvation of our teacher. Above is my limited understandings. If there is any place that is not conforming to the requirement of Dafa, I ask fellow practitioners to please compassionately point them out to me. Thank you.